That was a wonderful visual of what prosperity gospel actually does in our hearts, because it's true.
It's so hard to be a Christian in America because of how hard it is to differentiate the American dream and prosperity gospel of consumerism versus being a follower of Jesus and the actual gospel. And the cultural water you're swimming in is the harder I work, the more I pray, the more I just manifest what I want, or it will happen and I will have more money in my bank account, bigger houses, better everything. The promise of Jesus isn't follow me and you'll get everything you want. The promise of Jesus is follow Jesus and you become more like Jesus. For me, it's so hard. I've been so fixated on buying a house. It is such an idol in my life. Literally praying I know, God, if I surrender enough and I give you all that I have, you're gonna give me this thing. The more I pray about it, the more God's I never said that. The danger with prosperity gospel is what happens when you don't get what you want. Then your faith falls apart. But when your heart is centered on the point of my life is to be more surrendered to Christ, do what he says and become more like him, then it's consider it pure joy because I get an opportunity to deepen my faith through that deep dependence that comes with a trial. Been picturing two houses. One is prosperity gospel, fists clenched, super anxious, work harder, get more, race to the finish line. And the other one is this stone, beautiful cottage with a fire lit. Jesus just sitting there with a cup of tea. And I'm kind of sleepwalking in the prosperity gospel house and there's a knock at the door and Jesus is you don't live here. I get up and walk back and I'm oh, I have everything I need in Jesus. Because when the whole point of your life is to become more like Christ, become shaped more in his image, everything else falls into place.
That was a wonderful visual of what prosperity gospel actually does in our hearts, because it's true. Prosperity gospel is a stain on the message of Jesus Christ. Let's read the word. If anyone teaches otherwise and does not consent to wholesome words, even the words of our Lord Jesus Christ, and to the doctrine which accords with godliness, he is proud, knowing nothing, but is obsessed with disputes and arguments over words, from which come envy, strife, reviling, evil suspicions, useless wranglings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth, who suppose that godliness is a means of gain. From such, withdraw yourself.